Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Pro here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a vlog, my first vlog that I've ever done. I got all my PC parts in. You guys wanted me to do a vlog showing you guys me building it and all that good stuff. So, as you can see right up here, I've got it built. I had to do this intro again because it got deleted. So, I'm going to go over all the parts that I have right over here and let you guys know what I've got, and then we'll just jump right into the video from there. All these boxes are empty that I'm going to be showing you, but I just wanted to show you guys exactly what I've got and all that good stuff. So let's go right over there. All right, and here we are. This is pretty much all the stuff that I got. All the parts. I don't have my thermal paste right here, but I'll let you guys know about that. And then my case, which I'll show you guys here in a second. So starting off with the fans over here, I got two of these Corsair fans that go on the top of my case. I installed them, but on my motherboard, there's only three fan connectors. So I'm gonna have to get a fan controller in order to hook up the those two fans. They're not too much. They're like, I think like $20 or $30. So it's not too bad. I might get one of those here soon. So yeah, got the fans, and then over here I got the Corsair 850 watt power supply. It's honestly a little bit overkill, but you know, that just leaves me room for in the future to you know, if I upgrade or add more graphics cards or something like that, I know that I'll have the power to you know, supply all that stuff. So not too, you know, it's a big power supply, but it was well worth it. And then moving over to the memory that I got the Corsair Dominator Platinum, and I got 16 gigs of it, and there was 2 sticks of 8 gigs. And this came highly recommended. I searched this, and I searched it a lot, and this is really good memory. So I got that for my memory, and then the processor right here, I got the i7 4790K, and as you can see, it is LGA 1150. If you guys are building a PC, make sure all of your components are compatible. You know, just do a lot of research. Usually, if you look at the chipset of your processor, which is that LGA 1150, make sure you find a motherboard with that same chipset. If you don't, then it's not going to work at all, like at all. So moving on to the CPU cooler, we got the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo. There was a different one that I wanted to get, and like it kept going out of stock like constantly, so I just decided to get this one. And actually, when I first did the intro, I was looking at this box, and I kind of got a little bit scared because I did all of my research on like all my stuff and made sure it was all compatible. But if we look on the box here, you could see the sockets it supports is 2011 v3 and 1151. So I looked on the, where is it? On this side, let me get it in the light here. And if you look right here, it doesn't show 1150. So I got pretty scared when I seen that. I was like, oh no, like am I gonna have to send this back? Am I gonna have to get another one? But no, it worked just fine. When I got into it and looked at the papers, it said 1150 on there, and I've got it installed, you know, nice and fine. So that is all the parts that I got, not including the case that I got. I got a Corsair Obsidian 750D case, and it's a massive case. It is so nice. But I'll show you guys. You guys will see that in the rest of the video. So I'm just gonna end the intro here, and then we'll jump into the rest of the video of me putting it together. So here we go. Okay guys, so I have taken off the two side panels off of here, and I've installed one fan already. Didn't really want to bore you guys with all that stuff, so I have the second fan here. And actually these fans came with a color choice for this ring. There is red, blue, and white. I'm just going to stick with the red because that's what it came with. Don't really feel like changing it, but on these fans, like, see if you can get close here, like those, don't get too close. Like, there's arrows right here. These arrows tell you which way the air flows and which way the fan turns. So we want it to blow out, obviously, up off the top. So we're going to keep it this way. And then I want my wires to be more towards the back because obviously that's where the motherboard's going to be. And I don't want like a whole bunch of wiring mess. So let's grab a screw here. And I've already lined up these holes. So we should just be able to get these in here pretty easy. It's, you know, sometimes it doesn't work out the way you want it to, but YOLO. Okay, so let's get that one tightened down, and then all the rest of these are just going to be lined up for us. So we just have to get these screws in here, just like this, on all of these, and then we'll get them tightened down. And then we'll move over to installing the my SSD and my hard drive, and I'll show you guys how to do that as well. The SSD actually, I think, goes on the back. Yeah, right back here. The SSDs go right back there. I know it's probably hard to see in the camera right now because it's dark, but we will turn it around so you guys can see it. Also, I'm using a magnetized screwdriver. It doesn't hurt it at all, even with the motherboard, just because these magnets aren't strong enough to actually do anything. So once we do get to the motherboard, it's not really that big of a deal. The only big thing with the motherboard is keeping yourself grounded. That way you don't have any static electricity you know, running through the board or any of the components. So also with these fans, they came with these like connectors. Just because it depends on the motherboard, I'm assuming, but I'm not entirely sure what plugs are on the motherboard, so we're going to have to check that out. But we are going to move on to doing the hard drives, so I'll see you guys when we get down here. Alright guys, so we are going to install the solid state drive right now, which is the one I showed you guys earlier. It's 100 and I think it's 120 gig or 128. I'm not entirely sure, but actually I'm going to find out. 120 gig. So the SSDs go on the back of the case, the back side of it, right here. There we got 4 slots right here, but we're just going to use this top one. So let's unplug that, and then I believe they just slide in here. It's got like a clip. It's got like a clip on this side. So we've got to get it past, and then push it back, and it'll just clip right there into place, and it won't move. And then we could just put this right back in its spot, and then we can run our wires from the motherboard either up through these or just right here and plug in the SATA and the power cables. So alright guys, so we're now moving on to the motherboard, which is the most delicate part of this whole process. This is my first time doing this, so a little bit nervous. I don't want to do anything wrong, but I know you want to install the processor first. As you guys can see here, we have the i7 4790K processor. Do what?
Ready. Did
you get it?
Ready. There you go.
We got it. Okay, so
stupid guy.
The way that I've watched to do this, okay, so we just push on this, and we pull it out, and then this whole thing should pop up, just like that, okay. Now, we need to look for a dot, which I'm thinking it's that dot right there, but also there's these little notches on either side. We don't want to touch any of these pins. As well as on the processor itself, you don't want to touch any of the pins right here, and you don't want to touch the top of it either, because when you put the thermal paste on, you don't want any like grease from your fingers or anything like that on it. So let's go ahead and open this up. very carefully. And let's grab that out. Make sure you're grabbing it by the edges. Okay, so we need to look for, okay, so on here, as you can see, this corner right here has a little arrow, and then you got a notch here and a notch here. So if we turn this, just like this, that arrow's pointing towards that dot, and then these notches right here as well will line up. So we just need to gently set this onto these pins, just like that, making sure that we're not touching the top of this. Just kind of give it a little wiggle, make sure it's in there securely. And then now what we want to do is take this, lower it down slowly, making sure we're not hitting the top of that. And then once we push on this, this top piece right here should pop off because the processor is there. And then we put that back down under there, just like that. So now we should be able to pull that off. The processor is safely sitting in there. And that is that. Okay, so we've got the processor installed. So now what we want to do is get the heatsink installed. And the way we need to do that is we need to take this piece right here, which we probably should have done before we put the processor in. Now that I'm thinking about it, we need to take this piece and put it on the back of the motherboard, and then take these screws right here, run them through the top of the motherboard into this, and then put those bolts on the other side. So let's do that. Be careful not to touch that processor. Alright, now that we got this one on, it shouldn't be too difficult to get the rest of these on. So we're going to get the rest of these on, and then I'll bring you guys back because it's proving to be a little bit of a pain in the butt. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. Alright guys, so we have got that mount on. As you can see here, we've got our 4 posts, and now we are ready to put our thermal paste on and then apply our ginormous heatsink here. This is the fan that goes to it as well, so we got to put that on there after we get this on. So once we set this on here, we need to put this little device on there to hold it down. So let's get our thermal paste on. So we don't want, there's a little dot on there, I didn't like it. So we don't want a whole lot. We just want like a little grain of rice is what I've been told. So that right there should be plenty, I would imagine. I'm gonna put just a little bit more, just to be safe. Okay, just to be safe. That should be plenty right there. So let's put our cap back on, and let's grab our heat sink. We're gonna pull the plastic off of it. It says, please peel off label before you use it. Alright, so let's peel this off, making sure not to touch it as well. Get that off my fingers. Alright, so we need to set this right on top of here, very gently. Make sure it's centered. It looks like it's wanting to slide all over the place. So let's grab our nice little, we like just kind of put it through this side right here. Okay. And get that. Okay. That should be lined up there, yeah. Okay, want to make sure this heat sink is lined up on here. Okay, is that good still? Let's get this side down. go. Can you get that one? No. Here. Okay. So this heatsink will sit in a little notch on there. And we gotta twist this little guy a little bit. Alright. That looks like it's pretty centered on there to me. Can't really move it anywhere, so we just need to get these tightened down a little bit. Let's grab our screwdriver and let's tighten this down. Going kind of like a star pattern to make sure we're getting equal pressure on all sides. That way it's not like sitting off center. And alright, so let's do that one. And then let's do this one. Okay. And we'll get this one here. Get that one tightened all the way down. And then one more. Get this one tightened all the way down. We'll just go through the rest of them. Check them a little bit here. Make sure they're all, you don't want to tighten them like too tight, but just a little snug. So just make sure they're snugged in there. And then that heat sink now should not move at all. We should actually be able to pick up the whole motherboard with it. And that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good to me. Okay, so now we need to put the fan back on here. Actually, before we do that, we're going to install the memory. I wonder if this fan is going to get in the way of that. Let's see. We want it to go, which way is it saying? Okay, so it blows that way. So we want it to be on this side here. So if we put this on, is it? Okay. We should be good here. If not, we can move the fan to the other side. Is that on that side? I can't even tell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's on there. And it looks like it might get in the way of the black ones here, but not the gray ones. And I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna have to read the manual and see which ones they recommend to use first. I'm pretty sure it's the gray ones, but I just want to make sure first, because if I have to move this fan, I can move this fan to the other side if I need to. That's no problem. So let me look at the manual real quick and check this and make sure that I'm gonna put these memory sticks in the right spot. So I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, so now we're moving on to installing the memory. I did look at the manual, and what I could find is it doesn't really matter which ones you put it in, as long as you put them in either the gray ones or the black ones. Obviously we can't really put them in the black ones because that fan is just right there, and it's not going to work. So we're going to put them in the gray ones, and hopefully all is well with that. So let's slide these in here. I just did a test fit, so I know that they're the right size. So let's push that side, push that side. We got it clicked in there. Perfect. Alright, let's move to the next one. Let's put that side in. I don't know why, but like the left side just doesn't like to go in very easily. Alright, use our thumbs. Click, click. And there we go. We got our memory installed and ready to go. Okay. So what do we need to do? What are we missing anything? Let's double check everything. Okay, so I need to put this in the back of the computer. So let's just do that real quick because it just clicks in there. So it's actually, let's grab the computer and let's lay it down on the table here. That way we can install the motherboard and all that stuff. Alright guys, so now we're going to take the motherboard and we're going to set it into the case. We've looked at where all the holes are on here. Oh, there actually is one in the corner there. In the book it said there wasn't one there, but there is. So let me grab this extra one. Let me put that in there. It's like that. This one looks like it like pokes up. I don't like that. I'm gonna take that one out. I don't like it. Grab my pliers and let's take that out because it's got like I feel like it pokes up way too much and I don't like that. Okay, so now we have all these set. We have 3 up top, we have 2 in the middle now, and then we have 3 on the bottom. So let's take this and let's get it lined up here. Be very careful in placing this in here. Make sure everything is lined up. Where's my flashlight at? Okay, so we need to move more that way. Okay, we got that one. We got that one. We got that one. We got that one. Okay, looks like we're all lined up, so let me grab some screws. Let's get these screwed in here. So let's start. Okay, come on, you're supposed to be magnetic, okay? Come on. Help me out here. Alright, so let's get that one. We're going to start from the middle and then go outwards. Where's this one at? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. It's hiding from me. Alright. And we did plug in this fan already, right there to the CPU fan plug. Alright, let's grab a couple more of these. Let's do these ones right here. I'm probably doing this like the hardest way possible, but you know what? It's alright. It's okay with me. As long as it gets done and it works, then I'm okay with it. Alright, I've only got 4 more to put in here. And then we've got to get it all wired up. That is going to be the fun part. I'll probably do that off camera because that's going to be a little time consuming. Okay. And then 2 more up top here. Now, as you guys can see now, from the size of the motherboard to the size of the case, this case is pretty big. The only thing is, so these 2 top fans up here, I'm not going to be able to plug in because I didn't pay attention and didn't notice how many fan plugs were on the motherboard. So I'm going to have to figure out how I can get those fans plugged in. So that way we can get more airflow through here. Okay, there we go. We should have all these in here, nice and snug. Don't want to tighten them too tight. That looks like it's good. So there we go. We've got the motherboard installed. We did install the hard drive. We installed the power supply, and what else did we do? The optical drive. We got the SSD. We got the 2 fans up there, which I'm going to have to figure out and get those plugged in somehow. And yeah, so now all we have to do is take all these wires. All these wires right here run up to this front panel up at the front. So like we've got our USBs, we've got our USB 3.0s, we've got our audio, we got our power, we got our reset, all that stuff. So I got to figure out where all these plug in over here. All right, guys, this is the moment of truth. We have done all the wiring inside of this beast. As you can see here, we got the graphics card in there. We got everything hooked up. We got the disk drive. We got the hard drive. I got the SSD. I got the power supply. I got that. The only things that I couldn't hook up is these two top fans, because there's only 3 fan plugs, excluding the CPU fan on the motherboard. So I'm probably gonna have to get a fan controller to be able to hook up those 2 top fans, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's all right. Got everything hooked up, and we are ready to turn it on, and hopefully this all works. Okay, I tried to get the wire management on the back here. You know, it's like it's all right, but it's not the greatest. It works, and yeah, okay, so let me get this over here. Okay, and where'd my power cord go? Alright, here we go. Plugging it in. And here we go. Flipping the switch. Okay, switch is flipped. Haven't seen anything happen yet. We got a red light on the motherboard. Don't know if that's good or bad. Could just mean it's off. Okay, nothing's sparking, nothing's smoking. That's a good sign. Now let's see if we got our power switch right. Here we go. Alright, it's turned on. The lights on the RAM is turned on.
Everything just turned off.
And everything just turned off. Nope. Okay, maybe that's just part of the boot up. Let's just wait. I have no idea what it's doing. Is it going to turn off again? Are we going to get a picture? Come on, give me a picture. We do not have a picture yet. Oh, wait. Guess it'd help if the monitor's turned on. Okay, do we got anything? Okay, we got the BIOS. Okay. Which is good. It shows us, come look at this over here. Shows us that we have our 16 gigs of memory, our DDR3. I don't know why it's only showing 1333. Might have to adjust that in the BIOS. Let's see, it's showing my hard drives right here, and the DVD drive, and we got the motherboard here, we've got the processor here, and new CPU installed. Please enter setup to configure your system. Okay, so now I need to get my keyboard and everything else hooked up, so let's do that, and I'll see you guys in just a sec. Alright guys, and here we are. We've got the whole computer set up here. I'm actually editing this vlog right now. This is going to be the last part of it, and then I'll be getting it rendered and uploaded. But we have gotten the computer working just fine, so I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you guys it all put together. So here we go. Okay guys, so here we go. I'm going to show you guys the computer. So I have 2 monitors, as you guys can see. I've got my Blue Yeti with the pop filter and all that good stuff. I'm editing the vlog right here. So getting that done, there's a lot of clips involved in this. So yeah, just getting that all done. So if we look right here, this was my old PC. Don't mind all the stuff around it, but that was my old PC. My buddy is going to be using that one. All he needs to do is get a disk drive, and a hard drive, and then I'm letting him use my old graphics card. So he doesn't have really much to do to get that one up and running. But if we look at the PC here, so this is the PC. I gotta back up really far. Okay. So as you guys can see, we've got our, I put the fan on the other side of the CPU cooler from when you guys seen it, because I took the memory out and moved them to the black slots and not the gray ones. And I still actually need to edit that in the BIOS to get those to run at their full speed. So yeah, so we got that, and then as you guys can see, the graphics card here, and everything else, and it's running smoothly. I've been running it. I had a little bit of like hard drive problems because I run Windows off my SSD, which I actually have up front here for right now. So I was running Windows off my SSD, and it wouldn't let me access the stuff on my hard drive, and I had to format that hard drive. So I had to take and plug in another hard drive, copy all the stuff that I have on this one over to the other one so that I could format this one, because when you format it, it deletes everything. So I had to format that and then move everything off the other one back to this one so that I still had all my stuff, and it was just a huge pain in the butt. So finally got it all fixed and working, and the computer so far runs like a dream, and I'm super happy about it. So that's gonna be it for this. Let me turn the camera back around. Hold on. Yeah, so that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you. Well, I'm putting my finger in front of the camera. I should know not to do that. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you leave a like down below. It's my first vlog, so I hope I didn't do too bad. But yeah, gonna get this edited now and uploaded for you guys to watch. So hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. Yeah.